Very good morning everyone. I hope you are fine at your place and you are safe. Take care of yourself. Now let us begin with our today's session, which is based on our subject, that is computer organization and architecture. In the previous session we have completed unit number 1, in which we learn the topic digital logic circuit, which contains different types of logic gates, Boolean algebras. We have learned truth table, postulates, different types of theorems. We have learned K-map with don't care condition. We also learned the concept of sequential circuit and combinational circuit with difference, various types of flip-flop like SR flip-flop, D flip-flop, JK flip-flop and T flip-flop. So, these all are the topic which we have already covered in unit number 1. And that is the major part of our syllabus. Now whatever the unit we are going to study, that unit are smaller comparative with the unit number 1. Now let us begin with our today's session, which is based on the unit number 2, and this is the lecture number 1 based on this particular unit. In this particular unit, we are going to cover the following topics: integrated circuit. There are 4 types of integrated circuit, that is decoders, encoders, multiplexer, demultiplexer. Next topic is called register, which contains block diagram of register, parallel register and shift register, asynchronous 4-bit binary counters. So these all are the topics which we are going to cover in the unit number 2. But before understanding the concept of decoders, encoders, multiplexers and demultiplexers, first of all question raise in mind that what is integrated circuit, right? So for that, let us understand the first question of unit number 2, digital component, that is what is integrated circuit. So integrated circuit is the full form of IC. IC means integrated circuit. Now see, what is the meaning of integration? Integration means merging, or when you are going to combine. At that time, that circuit is known as integrated circuit. So in COA, you are having different types of logical functions which you are going to integrate using integrated circuit. Now any digital circuit which are constructed using integrated circuit is known as digital integrated circuit, and this digital integrated circuit is a collection of different types of registers, it is a collection of different types of diodes, it is a collection of different types of transistors. But these all are grouped together and combined into a single chip. As the technology of IC has improved, right? Now we people know that day by day technology has improved. So initially you are able to integrate smaller number of gates in a single chip. But as the requirement is increased, Based on the requirement of user or customer, the IC technology has also improved and you are able to integrate number of gates in a single chip. So based on the requirement, the technology is also improved and it increased a number of gates which can be inserted into a single chip. Let me refer these 4 points once again. Integrated circuit is nothing but all the logical functions are in the form of integrated circuit. Digital circuit can be constructed using integrated circuit and that circuit is known as digital integrated circuit. It is a collection of resistors, diodes and transistors. Fabrication means what? It is integrated on a single chip. As we know that day by day technology is increased, so initially you are able to integrate smaller number of gates inside single chip. But as the requirement enhanced, based on the requirement, the technology has also improved and now you are able to integrate a number of gates which can be placed inside single chip. Now see, let us understand the applications and advantages of integrated circuit. So applications means what? In which field integrated circuits are used. So there are a variety of fields in which integrated circuit are used. Say for example, when you want to integrate variety of devices, at that time you can use integrated circuit. It can be used with the microprocessors. It can also be used with the equipments related with the audios and videos, and you can also use IC with the field of automobiles. So these all are the fields or applications of integrated circuit. Let us repeat these applications once again. Number 1, IC are used with the variety of devices including microprocessors, audio and video equipments and in the field of automobiles. Now advantages of IC. There are lots of advantages provided with the IC. Number 1, low power consumption. That is the main advantage of integrated circuit, that integrated circuit consumes less power. Number 2, low cost. When you design any circuit using integrated circuit, it is available in a very low cost. Number 3, smaller in size. That means when you work with the integrated circuit, at that time it is smaller in size, so you can easily manage integrated circuit. The last advantage is called high reliability. Highly reliable means what? You can highly depend. Rely means what? You can easily depend on the integrated circuit because it gives you the smaller in size, it is in the lower in cost, it contains lower power consumptions, so it is highly reliable, highly dependable. So this slide contains applications of integrated circuit and advantages of integrated circuit. Applications means in which field it is used. So integrated circuit is used with the variety of devices which may include microprocessors or any equipment related with the audio and video, and it can be used in the field of automobiles. Advantages of integrated circuits are its low power consumptions, it comes into low cost, it gives you the smaller in size, and it is highly reliable. Is that clear to everyone? Now see, you can choose IC based on its level of integration and based on the technology. I want to repeat this point once again. Listen carefully. If you want to work with the IC, or if you want to purchase IC from the market, at that time it can be of two types. Number one, you can choose IC based on its level. You can choose IC based on the technology. Now see, there are various levels of IC, right, in which it gives you the facility to have a number of integrations under one single chip. Over here we have the list of level of integration which is represented in the form of table. Here is the list of various types of levels, and here are the full form of the given levels. Say for example, the first level is called SSI. The full form of SSI is small scale integration. Small scale integration means what? When there is a requirement to integrate electronic component up to 100 in a single chip. Only one chip is there in which you are able to attach 100 electronic component. So when there is a requirement less than 100, at that time you can select SSI. That is the small scale integration of chip. The next is called medium scale integration, MSI, which gives you the facility to combine 100 to 3000 electronic component per chip. So this is the range which you need to mug up. Similarly, the full form is most IMP in the 1 mark question. So be careful. Those people who are not able to understand the concept need to mug up the concept, right? You need to mug up the full form, and if it is possible, write down all the full form at the last page of your book. So at the time of exam, you can easily remember, you can easily refer. Is that clear to everyone? So second level of integration is known as medium scale integration, and the range of medium scale integration is between 100 to 3000. So when there is a requirement in between this, at that time you are able to purchase MSI from the market. So single chip contains 100 to 3000 electronic component of integration. Next is called large scale integration. That means if you want to attach more than 3000 electronic component, at that time you need to purchase LSI from the market. And the range of LSI is between 3000 to 1 lakh. Now see, when there is a requirement of attaching more than 1 lakh electronic component in a single chip, at that time you need to purchase VLSI. VLSI stands for very large scale integration. Now VLSI gives you the facility to attach electronic component between 1 lakh to 10 lakh. So this range you need to remember. A single chip contains this many electronic components in a single chip. And the last is called ULSI, and the full form is ultra large scale integration. That means more than 10 lakh and up to more than 1 million electronic component per chip. So when there is a requirement of 1 million electronic component bounded with one chip, at that time you can use ultra large scale integration. So IC can be choose based on the level of integration or in the based of technology of IC. Over here, this particular slide is the representation of levels of integration. Now let me read out first 2 points. Digital IC are often categorized according to their circuit complexity as measured by the number of equivalent logic gates on a chip. So how many logic gate you want to insert in per chip, based on that you can select the level of integration. There are following different level of integration depending on the number of gates in a single package. Single package means on a single chip. The first level is called SSI, that is small scale integration, on which up to 100 electronic component per chip you can integrate. The next level is called MSI, medium scale integration. It gives you the range between 100 to 3000. The next integration is called LSI. It gives you the range between 3000 to 1 lakh, and the full form is large scale integration. If you want to attach electronic component more than 1 lakh, at that time you can use VLSI. VLSI stands for very large scale integration. The range of VLSI is between 1 lakh to 10 lakh. The next integration is called ultra large scale. From name only you are able to get that when there is a requirement of 1 million electronic component attached in a single unit called chip, at that time you can select ULSI. So these all are the levels of integration of digital IC. Now second type is what? Based on the technology. Technology means digital logic family. So here is the list of technology, and table also contains the full form of technology. So digital IC are classified by the specific circuit technology to which they belong. This technology are referred as a digital logic family. Now in the table we have the list of technology and the full form of the given technology. The first technology is TTL. The full form of TTL is transistor logic. Now over here we have 2 times transistor in the full form, right? So that is predefined. Predefined means which we need to accept. There is no reason why there are 2 times transistor is used. So don't ask me regarding such. You just need to mug up the full form of TTL, that TTL stands for transistor logic. Next technology is known as ECL. ECL stands for emitter coupled logic. Now I want to add one point over here, that those students who are not able to write the correct spelling of a given word need to mug up the spelling, right? You need to write down the correct spelling of each full form. So you need to make a practice accordingly. Now next full form is known as MOS. The full form of MOS technology is metal oxide semiconductor. Next 2 full form is based on each other. PMOS MOS, NMOS. P means positive, N means negative. MOS means metal oxide semiconductor. And the last is known as CMOS. The full form of CMOS is complementary metal oxide semiconductor. So these all are the list of technology, and we have the full form of each technology which you need to mug up. The PMOS and CMOS is the most IMP full form which can be asked in the exam. One mark question is there. So this is a small topic which I want to deliver in this particular session, that is question number 1, integrated circuit. I would like to repeat this particular session once again. Let me switch to the first slide of this session. We begin with the lecture number 1 of unit number 2. In this particular unit, we are going to complete this particular topics, that is integrated circuit, which contains decoders, encoders, multiplexers and demultiplexers. Next is called registers. We have the block diagram of register. There are two types of register, parallel register and shift register, and last asynchronous 4-bit binary counter. So these all are the list of topics which we are going to cover in this particular unit. Now let us begin with the first question of this unit, that is what is integrated circuit, which can be asked in the 5-mark question. Now integrated circuit is nothing but all the functions which are available in the market which is in the form of integrated circuit. All the digital circuit can be constructed using integrated circuit. Digital integrated circuit are the collection of different types of resistors, diodes and transistors which can be combined or grouped into the single chip. So if you don't understand the word fabricated, at that time you can replace it with the group of transistors, diodes and resistors into a single chip. As the technologies are improved day by day, at that time you are able to merge number of gates which can be put inside a single chip. That technology is increased. Here is the applications and advantages of integrated circuit. The integrated circuits are used in the variety of devices which may include microprocessors, equipment related to the audios and videos, or in the field of automobiles. There are lots of advantages provided by the integrated circuit, like its low power consumption, its low cost, it is smaller in the size and it is highly reliable. You can select integrated circuit based on the level of integrations and based on the technology. Here is the different types of level of integration. We have the tabular format, which is a combination of full form of levels as well as it has the range of electronic component per chip. First level is known as SSI. The full form of SSI is small scale integration. Next is called MSI, that is medium scale integration. LSI means large scale integration, VLSI means very large scale integration, and ULSI means ultra large scale integration. Each level has specific range of electronic component you can bound with the particular chip. Say for example, if you select SSI level, at that time up to 100 electronic component you are able to bound with a particular chip. Now if you want to work with the MSI, at that time there is a range of 100 to 3000 electronic component per chip. If you select LSI, 3000 to 1 lakh electronic component per chip. The next is called VLSI. It gives you the facility to bound electronic component between 1 lakh to 10 lakh. And the last level is known as ultra large scale integration, which is the highest or complex circuit in which you are able to bound more than 1 million of electronic component per chip. So these all are the level of integration. The digital IC can also be available in the market based on the digital logic family or based on the technology. The table contains a list of technology and the full form of each technology. TTL stands for transistor logic. ECL stands for emitter coupled logic. MOS stands for metal oxide semiconductor. PMOS stands for positive metal oxide semiconductor. NMOS stands for negative metal oxide semiconductor, and the last is called CMOS, that means complementary metal oxide semiconductor. I want to repeat one point over here once again, that those people who are not able to write correct spelling need to make a practice of writing perfect spelling of each full form, so that you can easily cover more points. This is all about our today's session. In our next session, we will understand the first digital integrated circuit type, that is decoder. Right? So that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you all.